metal detecting finds. And this round, just doing a little catch up. We just got a lot of this winter storm that went through the area. I'm over here in Texas, North Texas, over here by Dallas, Fort Worth. And yeah, we got a big bunch of ice and snow and whatnot, so it kind of delayed things with getting those metal detecting finds that I've been doing for that break-even quest. So this last round, I've been rolling out some past trips out metal detecting as part of the break-even quest. And at this point, I'm saying I still got a ways to go. I'm about maybe $38 into it. Out of what is that? I paid like $259 for it. So the Nocta macro up here, I still got a little bit ways to go, but hey, it's been steady. The other thing is I have found some pretty good, other stuff, non-clad or clad coin wise, but I've been really happy with this thing. And I think I called out in several of the other videos where this thing is lasted about anywhere between 6 to 8 hours between charges. I kind of, just as a rule of thumb, because I don't want to run out of battery while I'm out there, and then, with the temperature changes and whatnot, I don't know how it affects it, but I've been going with, when it gets down to 2 bars, I'll crank it up and go ahead and plug in the charger, and it'll be good to go for another, round of 6 to 8 hours. So happy there. Still got the Fisher 1225X, but overall, this has been a fun detector for yours truly. Much easier to move around in it. Do like that break open handle deal here that allows me to do this, extend it out and whatnot. And then it does come with the larger size coil. So, it's one of the things I think some other folks were calling out in their past streams is the smaller coil that you can get. I think gives you a little bit more leeway. But hey, I got to wait till I break even before I add some accessories to this thing. All right. The one takeaway that I learned from another individual who has the Nocta was I was setting the ground balance before, and I think I was missing some targets with that. And since I don't have that much mineralization in the area that I'm detecting, then what he suggested was to leave it as is and just let it max out at the 90. And I have been doing that, and overall, I think I'm starting to find more nickels. I'm starting to find some deeper finds as well. So I would say that's some good advice. If you have the Nocta Macro Simplex Plus, definitely don't use the ground mineralization unless you really have to. I have been using Park Setting 2 versus Park Setting 1, and it seems to be working. The other thing is I do like the capability of the water resistance. I mean, it says it can go underwater, and it does have a vibration capability in the handle, so you can actually feel it vibrate and whatnot. And it seems to be a key thing there. However, I've only used it in like misty weather, little rain, but it is waterproof, so I have to admit that. I always wondered how the speaker doesn't get wet. It does get wet, but apparently it's meant for getting wet. So hey, I'm good with that. I do like the larger coil, even though they say it the smaller. I think it's like the SP something coil, SP24 or something. Is the better one to go, but I've been really happy with this one. And then some of the old school things I've been doing with the Fisher 1225X versus this Nocta Macro Simplex Plus has been, I've been going with the target ID. That's definitely a plus. I've learned it to where the 30s and 40s could be a nickel, 50s could be something good. Also, it could be something like pull tabs, 60s, 70s, pennies, 70s, dimes, quarters. You're looking at the 90s. Yes, it's a metal detector. All right. All right. So with that, hope to get out there again. It's still been a game changer for yours truly, being able to have the night to go metal detecting. Before, I was having to go early morning because you don't want to go to a bunch of these playgrounds and whatnot in the middle of the day when there's a lot of folks and all. They get a lot of questions and whatnot. But with that other, what is it? That night light or headlamp piece that I modified by taking off the middle headpiece right here. That Fox LE light. I've been very, very pleased with this thing. I can turn it on. Okay, it's got a hooded cover here. It's got two settings. I can crank it again or hit it twice, and I can hit it twice. There we go, and it's brighter. Not turn it off, and then bang. I've been keeping it about the first button, but it's definitely bright. I mean, shine it at you guys, it'll be pretty bright. Okay, and what's nice is I can keep it at my tool belt level when I'm using this with my tool belt. And this is one that I picked up from as a normal tool belt versus one made for metal detecting. And what I like is, one, you can get them for like $12-15 instead of the high dollar $30 stuff. And right there, you just kind of throw it on there on your side. I got these knee pads. You definitely have to have knee pads because it'll definitely wear your knee out going out there. Additionally, you should have a very strong handled one-piece trowel. I used to have an aluminum in some of my old videos. You'll see it. Well, I have this one-piece aluminum handled one, and I've used that for years. But then it finally cracked on the tip, so I replaced it with my wife's gardening tool. She wasn't using this one trowel, and I think they're fairly expensive, made by Cutco. But she wasn't using it, so I'm using it now. And then I've got the old Garrett Pro Pointer. I think there's like a 2 now. There's an AT. There's a something. Bottom line, get you a Pro Pointer. This one's not waterproof. I think the newer ones are waterproof. But this one seems to do everything I need for what I've been doing. And it has been a game changer because I can find targets a lot quicker than before when I was using my old Fisher. Okay. Let's see. Other things to just call out. Yes, knee pad, the tool belt, the trowel, the detector. I think I did this one video that I showed during the storm and whatnot, that how you want to basically learn your machine before you head out. That's just probably a good rule of thumb. Just kind of get an idea. And one of the things that I did was I would just take a note card, put some tape on coins and whatnot, different coins, put it on there, and I just lay them out. And sure enough, just kind of sweep the area and find out what those signals mean. And then you could even play a game with it by just kind of flipping it over and not see it, and run your coil over there. And by the sound as well as the target ID, you can estimate what that target is. And after a while, you won't even need to even memorize it anymore. You'll have it written down. Initially, I had things written down. Now I got it. I remember it in my head now. I do like the low sound or low volume it sets for like non-ferrous material. I think it's the nails, the rusty wire and whatnot. When you start picking those up, you'll be in a very high density, trashy area, and you'll be hearing these clicky noises, these low volume sounds. That's what it's picking up. And I do like that capability. On my old Fisher, it was just all or nothing. Loud noises, clicky noises, a lot of static and whatnot. And you just started learning the different sounds of your detector, your machine. Additionally, you can turn down the discrimination as need be. And this one has a discrimination as well, where you can use the selection button to kind of step up or down and kind of notch out some particular ones. So like I used to go like to the beach or volleyball court or something with a lot of sand, and I just wanted to target basically quarters, dimes and quarters. I would just crank up the discrimination up to, I believe, 6 or 7, 9, I think, 8, 9 on the Fisher. On this one, I don't need to because I can see the target ID and I can tell very quickly if it's going to be a quarter or not. And I will tell you, this knocked the macro. This one, when you get 90s on here, you definitely can be assured it's probably going to be a quarter. It can be a large Coke bottle, beer bottle top or something. It could also be what do you call it? It could be just a large piece of aluminum. It'll definitely register a 90 on here, but typically when you get about 90 something, yeah, you'll get it'll be a quarter. However, I did get a 50-cent euro that registered 90 on this as well. So hey, we're over here in Texas, so you don't see too many of those euros out here, but I did find one. What was it, about maybe 3 weeks ago? All right, so so the storm is passing, but I think we may have some other storms coming or some other colder weather. So with that, I'm thinking as soon as it opens up again, I'll be out there doing another one of these mobile or metal detecting mobile live stream IRLs out with the Nocta, trying to get through that break-even quest, see if I can pay for this thing with the clad coins I find. And yeah, and just kind of have fun with it. At this point, I'm at $38 after 50 hours, about 50 hours of detecting time. So learning a lot with this machine. Also, I'm kind of tracking how long this battery lasts, because I'm not sure what you do if once the battery goes out and just completely is under and it doesn't recharge anymore. Do you have to buy a new detector? You turn it into the company and then they refurbish it and get another battery in there? I'm not sure. All right. But I still have the Fisher, so I can use that as a backup if I have to send it in and get a new battery installed on here. But hey, it's been 50 hours on it and still running strong. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this Nocta. I think they came out with the Ultra, the Fine, and I think maybe some other one. I've been using the Simplex Plus before they came out with those other two models, and yeah, really happy with it. Yeah. All right. So with that, thanks for joining. Just wanted to do a quick update. Who knows? I might also go ahead and run the TBT Take Me Back or Throwback Thursday, Throwback Tuesday, whatever. Past hunts, just as of the break-even quest, just to show you guys how it's been with this metal detecting piece. All right, and getting there, and hopefully at some point sooner than later. All right, until next time, we'll catch you on the written. Happy hunting. Take care.